Hello and welcome to the Velveteen Lounge.
Oh, the dulcet tones.
Yes. All right, I'll hand you this. Thank you.
Broadcast is alive with the sound
Hi.
of applause.
I hope people show up because I know it was a little confusing about Wednesday versus Thursday, but I think I got the message to everyone that it would be Wednesday.
I hope they show up because otherwise it's going to be a really short and boring broadcast. But we're
It
here.
won't be boring. We'll entertain ourselves.
We'll entertain ourselves. Up.
Dime, aloha. Good to
All right.
see you.
Dime's here. It's a party. In fact, if
is.
we're just going to entertain you for a couple hours, it's like, yeah, that's good.
We have people watching.
Yeah, we're good.
I don't know who because Dime is the only one who's commented,
Yep.
but we have people watching. So
He's brave to come forth and say, aha. So there we go. Good. Yep.
Gettysburg ma'am.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi, good to see you.
Yes, very good.
So are you all just under ice? Both of you, Dime and Gettysburg ma'am. Yeah, let's go. I know, right?
Let's go.
Hi, Lisa. Hi, Julie. Great to see you both.
Hello, all. But
Yeah, I was just asking who else here is under ice.
who is not under ice? That's probably a
Not
better
even
question.
just snow. Ice.
Because
Hi, Errol. Good to see you.
I feel entire East Coast from Maine on down, and certainly our neighbors to the north are like, "Oh, no, we've got 6 feet of ice." But
no, ice, just cold. Oh my gosh! So
just cold.
It snowed on the weekend, and then it sleeted, and then everything just froze. So there's like a crunchy layer of ice on top of
it
all
sort
the
of
snow.
froze together, and then the next day there was a lot of sun, and everything got melty. So of course, what happens? It sort of like compresses a bit and forms this like nice smooth layer, which looks very pretty and is fantastically hazardous. And you all know about
like you
that.
get ice skate on it. It's
Um,
not
and-
not okay.
And you probably
it's not okay.
You probably break through. So I'm not even sure if that's okay. But yeah, it looks skateable.
Well, at least it's not a pond.
At least not a pond.
It's not a pond.
Yeah,
It's just
a lawn.
Don't
Don't fall through the ice because it's too thin. You're supposed to test it.
With negative last couple of days. You've warmed up. I know. Oh
Whopping 13. Now we're talking.
Gone through about 30 pounds of bird seed. Wow, they still keep arriving. That's crazy. That's a lot of bird seed.
We actually have a couple of suet cakes out there for the birds.
Oh, thank you. I was trying to look icy.
Yeah, she does look icy.
My icy dress.
I tried to find the best thing I had that looked like frost, and I'm like, this is a bunch of
Hi,
ice crystals.
Eric. Good to see you.
I don't get a chance to bust
it does
out
look like ice crystals.
the Christmassy
you can't
shirts.
really tell. It's sparkly.
Yeah.
This is sparkly.
This is sparkly.
Yeah.
You can't
really tell in this light. But
I don't get a chance to bust out the Christmassy shirts outside of season, but I thought it's totally frozen. Totally. I'm in.
Exactly.
I'm in.
It's more of like a.
It's like we still have
shirt.
2 of the blow mold snowmen over here because it's snowy. It's going to be that way for a while. So there you go. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're iced in the neighborhood. Not sure how heavily traveled roads are. Oh my gosh.
Well,
Yeah.
look around here. Your major thoroughfares.
Really cold in
cleared.
Metro Detroit. I bet.
I bet it is. Ye old nut crunch in Detroit.
Oh my gosh.
It gets it.
When we changed planes in Detroit, it was in a blizzard. So.
The one time I've been in Detroit.
Reminds me of Elsa. I love it.
Yeah, right.
I know.
The one time that we have actually been to Detroit Metro Airport, that is, like we land in these conditions.
Said it was a blizzard.
That we see. It was just coming down, like really, really seriously. And the pilot's very calm, like, oh yeah, folks, well, we're just gonna have to sit here while they clear this, and then we'll be able to take off. We're like, we're gonna be here for 3 days. And actually, they cleared it. We took off. I'm like, Detroit does it.
Wishing I had a real drink here right now. Me too.
Oh yeah, really?
Don't sing the song.
You don't have to have any drinks on you, do you?
I know. I do.
Yeah,
I do. I can make a drink.
Okay.
I can make a drink.
I can make a drink.
We're 4 minutes in.
Do you know what you're doing? Because I could.
I do. Oh, hi, Casey. Good to see you.
Boom, 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 boom. Da. Oh, and yes, and then there's our hosts. We're here.
Hi, Peter.
Wow.
I was just about to say, I feel like I'm losing my voice, and then you
and I suddenly got froggy. Just
I don't
like
feel
that.
sick. I don't feel sick. I feel tired. I worked. Speaking of the cold.
Mm-hmm.
I worked on a film yesterday doing background.
She was on set.
And it was part of it was an exterior scene.
And you're like, oh, great.
And one of the other people looked at her phone to check the weather, and it said that it felt like 10. I'm like, yes, it does feel like 10.
Yes, it does. And I think it was more so today when I was walking towards the office. I'm like, whoa, this is bitter.
I did not.
It was not as windy as Monday when you went in, and it was blowing all over the damn city. Man,
oh my gosh. I got to the train station Monday morning, and it was that kind of wind where you can't catch your breath.
Yeah. Bad news.
Yeah.
Bad news.
Anyway, so that inspired this evening's theme.
I mean,
all of this is to say
we could do like something that would just totally qualify us for AARP and talk about the weather for 2 hours. But you're all in it. We're doing it. If you are not under a foot of snow, good. If you're not under 3 inches of ice, good. If it's just bitter and cold, well, that's probably par for the course. I can't.
Yes, it was not my idea to shoot out.
No,
it was. I don't really know anything about the film. It's not on IMDb yet, so.
Which is to say, the preliminary in production.
Yes, there was a man playing a bishop who was very nice because I was supposed to be talking to him, and he was a good guy. I only know his name is Tony. I don't know Tony what. So, but I'm going to make a variation on a classic. What did I call this?
I'm trying to type here, so give me a second. And you called this one
Deep Negroni.
Deep Negroni. Ooh,
so it's basically going to be a Negroni with Empress 1908 gin, but I'm tweaking the proportions. So I'm starting with 2 ounces of Empress 1908 gin. You want me to do that?
No, I wanted to get a head start on this.
Okay.
Quickly as I can.
Oh, he's making a frozen drink. Like he's making a blender drink.
I'm making a blender drink. Seriously, I was thinking to myself, like, what should we do for something that's all about ice? It's like frozen drinks. So, no. Like I said, okay, I found, and this is not.
I have no desire to have a blender.
This is not some crazy thing. It's pretty straight up, but I think it'll be fun.
I'm going to do a 1/2 ounce Campari. This is where I'm tweaking the proportions of a classic Negroni, but I like it this way. And so does Stanley Tucci.
And so does Stanley Tucci.
So 1/2 ounce Campari.
I will note that the standard Negroni.
Oh, hi, Mike. Good to see you.
Marathon, 12 hours at LAX. Wow.
Oh, wow. LAX is not. Last time we were at LAX, we just went to the bar and drank. So
had to kill some time, and there we go.
The engineer, they call that a wet bulb temp. What? I call it a slap in the face. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was like you literally couldn't get your breath.
There's a term I should not use on air that describes that, and all I can say is it's worse if you're near a large body of water. So all of you Chicago and Detroit residents are like telling me, yeah, I think you know all about that.
1/2 ounce sweet vermouth.
I always recall that on Long Island, days like that, the wind was like 3 times, and it's just whoa across the steps in your face. It just, you arrive where you are with your head falls off. It's just like that kind of thing.
I often accuse gin of being the beverage that inspires Douglas Adams' ideas.
Probably.
Okay.
But anyway, so
all right.
But anyway, yeah, you like to do a Negroni the way I like to do it, and frankly, the way that Mr. Tucci likes to do it. The standard formula is all equal parts, and I think, pardon me, and I think that's just like, that's off. I don't know why that is, because it's easy for the bartender. 1, 1, 1, shake up, go. But he's right. More of the base.
I saw him in Conclave.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, I finished watching my SAG Award film, and I voted.
Oh, yeah. So perhaps we need to discuss some of the awards contenders.
It's coming Sunday.
Yeah. I thought it must be soon, and it's
so I can dish on movies. I won't tell you who I voted for, but
Spill.
Hi, Pepper Tree. Good to see you.
BTV, baby.
Yeah. So so I have watched all the films that were made available well, no, that's not true. I didn't vote in the stunt category because I haven't watched all of those. I do want to watch The Fall Guy though.
Oh yeah.
But I'm not gonna vote in that category.
Okay. Don't matter, but we'll see.
Did we get any orange peels?
Not orange peels, lemon peels. We do.
No, the candied orange peels.
Oh, we do have those.
Peter, good to see you. Okay.
Those.
Thank you. And now, do we have a chilled glass?
A cocktail type glass?
Yes.
I believe we do.
All right, I'm going to use a chilled candied orange peel. Tillin Farms.
I'm wrong. Where's
We
our
don't-
chilled glasses?
I don't know.
I can chill one really fast for you.
That's okay.
Yeah, I guess you're gonna
Thank you.
you're gonna put something
I'll
frozen in
use
it.
a
It'll
room
get chilled.
temperature glass.
Here, I'll put this in there. Dear, didn't replace them. Stooge. But usually I
He
wash these
surfs in
overnight.
Lake Michigan, like this time of year. Dime what?
Lake surfer.
That's crazy.
Where do you find the surf to do that? Usually
Oh
you have to be
my
towed
gosh.
behind somebody on a boat, and like at this time of year, man, you better be in a dry suit for that. Looks like a heater.
Okay.
Fun stuff. Garnish with.
orange peel.
Mhm.
And I even got it open. Look
There
at
you go.
that.
These are these candied orange peels we got at our local fancy foods place, and I've been liking these a lot to the point
That's
where
a big
we
one.
need to get some more of them because I'm
I
running out of
know.
them. But they're really great if you want to throw it into like
Ooh.
an old fashioned or Manhattan kind of thing.
Yes.
I'm not really a big believer in the old fashioned with all the fruit in it, but one of these,
Okay,
just one would
Peter.
be fine.
Peter thinks last year's selection of films were better.
Okay.
I will give you my opinions on the films
Okay. Do I need to mix something too? So that
if you'd like.
I might as well. Usually I wait and then like an hour later I'll make a drink and then
Okay,
it's like, what's in my
Go
hand?
ahead and make yourself a drink.
What's in my hand? You know,
Go
and there
ahead,
you go.
make
That's the
yourself a
king.
drink.
Hello to Sean. Hey, I haven't seen you in a
Oh,
while.
hi,
How are you
yeah.
guys?
Good to see you.
Very good to see you.
All right.
Do I have a better name for this thing before I actually like title this?
I like it.
You like it? All
I
right.
like it.
All right. So now I'm doing something that I found in, it is not at my fingertips, the David Embry book, Fine Art of Mixing Cocktails. And it's kind of a classic. It definitely dates to the 20s anyway. And the original name of this is simply Japanese. And what the hell that has to do with Japanese culture or liquor making or anything, beyond me, it doesn't involve anything that's Japanese. So I decided that.
Hi, Doug.
Hey, Doug.
Good to see you.
Very good. I need to borrow a
I
dry
can't
suit.
if I need to borrow a dry suit.
Somebody's listening very carefully. I don't, but I believe that I believe Lake does, because if he's in a
Oh my
wetsuit, he's going to be in
God.
a
Hi, Mom. Good to see you.
gonna be hanging out in a chunk of ice. Sheesh, on on the big lake.
Crazy.
Whoa,
Yes.
baby!
You're gonna need
You need
an ambulance.
you're gonna need one of those hazmat suits that's basically sort of a space suit
Right.
with like HVAC attached
I
to
stood
it.
outside for 20 minutes yesterday. I couldn't feel my toes for like a half hour.
I was you dropped me at the platform on Tuesday,
Mm-hmm.
Beacon, New York. And I actually hung out in the
Oh.
like the underground passage for a second, but it was pretty windy. I get to the platform, and literally, I'm only there for 12 minutes. Like my feet are going numb. My feet, I can't feel my feet. So man, I got on the train and really had to take my shoes off and warm the tootsies. Baby, it's that kind of thing. And of course, Beacon is just right on the river. So there you go. You were getting that wicked wind whipping across the plain. Anyway, so the Japanese is not much to speak of, but it sounded pretty good, all things considered, like pretty decent sour. That sounds like a lot of things we do. And this involves brandy,
He renamed it though.
but I renamed it because I wanted to do something else with it because it didn't have any sour. And I thought, as a sour, I think this would be very good. As a non-sour, I think it's going to be pretty sweet. So I said, they're going to call this one Big in Japan, which if you're a fan of Tom Waits, you'll get that. I'm going to start off with 2 ounces
Or
of
Alphaville.
the brandy.
Aren't they the ones that did big in Japan?
Did Big in Japan? Who did Big in Japan?
Who did big in Japan?
I think you're right. I think it's Alphaville. I think it's like their
One of
only
them.
real hit.
Laura, hi. Belated happy birthday to you.
Belated indeed.
And
Hello, hello.
Jeff, good to see you. Happy Wednesday.
Yeah.
Boy, we're getting all the fun people tonight.
Hey, good to
Yeah.
see ya.
Dry suits or hazmat suits. I'll tell you some diver stories someday. Well, I will be interested, Doug.
Yeah.
I want to hear.
There we go.
It's been too long.
And this involves, I think, about half
The
ounce.
waves in Lake Michigan can get very intense at times. It will crash into the walkway along Lakeshore Drive, leave icicles all over. Oh my god!
Oh man, yeah.
That's no joke.
Well, think about those videos that they usually have
They have
around
a
this
course.
time of year.
Art of mixing. I think they do actually.
There are actually a bunch of courses by now, and you actually took a
Special
course
suit.
which
Aw.
you, in retrospect, was really teaching how to make these sort of like
That was in the 90s.
chain hotel bar drinks, like big frozen
Yes.
things. And I think, yeah, I mean, it did teach you a few things that were good, but basically you've learned what you know by reading, doing, mixing, experimenting, making, coming up with your own drinks.
Yes.
Is what it boils down to.
Yes.
So that's the thing. Anyway, so this thing involves, before I get too far, I keep forgetting what goes into this quarter twist. Okay, so 1/4 ounce of orgeat, which happens to be right there. I'm just going to kind of give an eyeball pour.
We're done with the brandy?
I'm done with the brandy.
Okay.
I'm going to see if this is, I'm going to change it to 1/3 of an ounce.
Okay.
That makes more sense to me. There we go. That looks about right. I think Embry is very good about keeping your drinks from getting too cloying.
Are you going to do that with
sometimes
lemon too?
Sometimes he ever does it, yes.
Okay.
I just feel, that's all. And 1/3 of an ounce of that.
Oh yeah, I was going to talk about films.
And that's pretty good. I'm going to shake this sucker
Getting
up.
ready to talk.
Well, you do.
Talk films. I know it couldn't be me. Oh, oh God, or me. The idea of going into the freezing cold water. No, thank you.
That's not.
Yeah. No.
You know, I'm just recalling the fact that, you know, we were all.
Yeah, I'm not a polar bear either, Eric. God.
I thought about it for years.
Yeah.
I thought about it for years, like, you know, plunge into the water on January 1. Right?
No.
And, you know, and then, like, you know, one day we're at my mother's place. She had an in-ground pool. It is the spring, but the temperature is something like the 40s. And the thermometer had managed to drop to the bottom of the pool. And we were wondering how to get it out. And I'm like, well, I could just grab a diving mask and just like dive in and go.
I remember that.
And I think that the actual temp of the pool was reading 42. And I said, well, it's 42, not 32.
I just got to chill at my spine just thinking
So
about
I'm just
it.
like, boom. And it's like, even 42 was just like knives.
Yeah.
Wow. So I was in and out of there pretty damn fast. Anyway, check with ice cream, no cocktail glass.
I think about the people on the Titanic in that freezing cold water, watching the ship go down.
Thinking like an hour ago, I was in a warm cabin.
I know.
What happened? And we know what happened.
I always think my idea of hell is cold more than hot.
Or not.
if I had to quantify hell,
Hot sounds pretty good. Cold sounds hellish.
Yes.
So, straight into your cocktail glass. Let me see what we got so far.
And the annual Hudson River walk on New Year's Day is good enough for me. Yeah, that sounds cold, Peter. Dealing with my new cold showers to try to alleviate minute cold showers to try to alleviate pain. Does it work?
Yeah, that's
curious.
Interesting.
Poor Titanic passengers. Yeah, they didn't last long in that water.
The water was apparently like 0 degrees.
Oh,
so like below freezing. You get into that, and of course it's fluid because it's salt water, and you're not long.
See the difference between Paul and me. If the thermometer fell into the pool and the pool was 40 degrees, I'd be like, we can get that out in the summer. It's fine.
It'll wait.
It'll be fine down there.
It'll wait. She's like, we can find a long pole. Yes, you probably could.
We can leave that. A net, you know. I know she had a net. I know she had a net because she used it to skim the top of it. I remember that.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it was long enough. Maybe that was the issue.
Paul won't be BBQing anytime soon. He probably will.
You know what? Since the grill is actually covered with 3 inches of ice, it's time for me to get out there with an axe.
That's a good question.
And clear it off and fire that baby up.
Casey's saying, how can the water be 0 degrees? Wouldn't it be ice? Is it because of salt water?
Yeah, salt water.
Okay.
Lowers the freezing temperature. Also, the fact that the water is moving.
Jack had plenty of room. I agree, Dime.
Yeah, seriously, you could have like.
I know. Like, she could have made room for him.
What's going on here? But like, no, he just sits there turning blue and white, and then it's just like Jack. You know, there you go, and there's the great romance.
She could have made room. No, Rose could have. Yes, exactly. Rose. There was plenty of room. Rose could have let him on.
How did she survive? It's like you're an inch from complete frozenness.
She was a rich white lady.
She
was fine.
She's gonna survive.
Anyway,
she's gonna be fine.
Anyway, let's talk movie talk. Okay.
So, did you try this?
I did. It's good. I like it.
This is really good.
I like that.
And I think it is definitely vastly improved by just adding the lemon juice and the twist. Getting that little oil on there gives you a bit of bitterness.
Vintage
Very
camper
nice.
gal. Hi,
Hey,
good to
there we
see
go.
you. It's been a minute. Had the plumber adjust my hot water heater temperature up. Can't take the sub-zero Wisconsin temps.
Seriously.
Yeah,
Telling
that's
you, fully
smart.
on
That's
that.
smart.
Interestingly, like when our
I
water,
know she's arrived. She isn't real.
when our plumbing was installed, I don't know if they adjusted the temperature then or, oh no, we replaced the hot water heater. That was it. And that got adjusted at the time. And now at full blast, that's way too hot. So you know what? That's fine. You turn
Peter
it down.
says
You turn
sabrets
it
are
down.
perfect all year round. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
And like those natural casing sabrets, yeah, those are pretty good.
All right.
I could get to grilling some things.
Ahem.
Oh well, perhaps in the future we'll do that soon.
So I'm going to bring up the list of
Get the,
films
get
that
the
I
grill
watched.
cam. Yes, get
Okay.
the full lineup.
I have not seen all of the awards contenders because
Some of these producers didn't make them available to you.
yes, and if they didn't make it available, I wasn't
What
going
am I
to pay
gonna
to
do?
watch
Go
it.
pay this?
So
Yeah, come
I'm
on.
going to pay to watch her movie.
She's a member of the
Okay.
of the union here.
So
What do you watch?
these are the ones I watched:
In alphabetical, I believe.
A Complete Unknown,
Mhm.
A Real Pain,
Mm.
Honora, The Brutalist, Conclave, Emilia Perez, The Last Showgirl, Sing Sing, The Piano Lesson, The Substance, and Wicked.
That's right.
Those are the ones I watched.
I've seen several of these, but not all. So she can tell you, but I have my commentary about some of these, but you're the member, you're the union member, so I will
Okay.
let you launch in and then we can talk. Because some of you will have seen some of these movies, not necessarily all.
Have you ever had a Titanic themed happy hour in April? I was thinking about that today,
Interesting.
actually. So I was thinking about icebergs, and I'm like, I know it's probably poor taste, but I would go there. I'd go there on that.
Oh well, they're all dead, and there's been plenty of movies and plenty
I
of gags.
know, I know.
So we're not making fun. We're paying tribute. This is the thing. And on the Titanic, you would have been able to get a fine drink much like this, and would have been fairly simple too.
Okay, yes, Eric says Complete Unknown and Last Showgirl are ones I'd like to see. I loved The Last Showgirl. I thought she was really good. Jamie Lee Curtis is really good too, who's also in it.
I saw some of the performance of both, and
yeah,
I thought it
she was
well
really
done.
good.
I
A
really did
Complete
see the thing.
Unknown. I thought the movie was good. It portrayed Bob Dylan as a jerk.
Oh, it did.
And it's like, I don't have feelings for Bob Dylan one way or the other, so it didn't bother me. But I was like, if they were trying to make me like this or care about this guy, they failed. I liked Joan Baez. I liked the gal who played Joan Baez.
The Joan Baez
She
character
was really good,
was
and
well done.
Edward Norton. I thought was great as Pete.
Yeah,
Seeger.
he really nailed it. And
Let's make a drink called The Heart of the Ocean. That's such a good idea.
And I believe he's playing, and I believe
That's
that
to be early in the voyage.
Timothée Chalamet is actually playing, and they're both singing. And
she was really
actress playing Joan is singing and playing. So like they're all doing exactly those things in real time in front of you. And I got to credit that. Like they got people who could play, who could sing, who could do this, who could make it work. And it sounds right, you know.
I really liked. Okay, I liked A Real Pain. I'm just going in alphabetical order. I liked A Real Pain. I thought
about half
Kieran
of that.
Culkin was really good.
Yeah,
he was a jerk, but like I liked him. Like you couldn't hate him.
It was a little hapless, and
yeah.
The fact is, he was a pretty loving person. So
he was just
If he's
a wreck,
if he's a wreck, he's a wreck. You know, it's not like all this intentionality to hurt people or anything.
Honora, I really liked.
Yeah, it's a little. There are certain scenes in it that I think really do go on for a lot longer than they needed to. But every award contender has to be 3 hours long.
Conclave, I really liked.
Good
everyone I've talked to thinks it's boring, but it's slow paced. But I liked it. I really
You're okay
did.
with slow paced.
I liked it.
Nothing, as I like to say, like nothing blows up until they release the white smoke, and then something's on fire.
Okay. And then, so I liked Conclave. Emilia Perez, I liked. I know she's been canceled. We're not going to talk about it.
That's not
she's
for
been
us.
Canceled.
I don't know the full details,
but
whatever.
I mean, Zoe Saldana is so good. The gal that played the wife, Selena Gomez. She was great. So it's like, I feel bad for the other people in that film and for the director of that film that like,
this is getting roasted.
Basically, the film's been canceled. because everyone did good work, not just her. Um,
And am I wrong? It's a musical?
yes.
And that's the thing that kind of escapes you until you're watching. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
There's that factor. That's pretty stunning
Sing
these
Sing.
days.
Sing Sing I love.
Sing Sing was excellent.
I loved that.
That was like, I think, the first thing we saw. And I did actually watch like through that. And it's a real story. It's a real thing. And a lot of the folks in Sing Sing went through that actual program in prison. So they
Aw.
are ex-prisoners. who are
Lisa
here
has
to act for
called
you,
me that a real
you know?
pain. Jeez. Well, you guys chat about Broadway shows, etc. Oh, as I've always wanted to see one. Well, you'll have to come to New York and we'll go see something.
You know something? Right
Get it
now.
right, Errol. Pain in the ass. I love it.
Get it right now.
Okay, all right.
But Dime, you know, there are so many really stunning things playing right now.
Yeah.
It's almost worth it to just say, look, I'm just going to plan a trip. And I'm gonna like grab something off of TKTS and see it. And the thing is, like full price, I'm like, good grief, I can't say come pay through the nose. But there's a lot of stuff that is coming up on the boards for like a good discount. It's not like it's cheap, but a good discount. And it's like real Broadway is intense. It's like it's really hardcore. You know,
Sweet.
like the Gypsy it would make you like would take your breath. I mean, you just sit back going, whoa, you know.
Hi, Kate Palace. Good to see you.
Hey, Kate. And Death Becomes Her is just bloody hilarious and it's just pretty stunning the way that it's done.
I feel like
you know?
Conclave is slower paced than Spotlight, because it's literally a bunch of cardinals trying to choose a new pope. But the relationships and like the treachery and everything is
intrigue.
I thought it was very interesting. I really did. Oh, thank you, Gay Palace.
Mm-hmm.
I liked and there was Isabella Rossellini plays a nun, and I thought she was really good too. Yeah. I really thought I really liked it. But it is the pace is slow.
And, you know, in a character
John
study
Lithgow
like
plays a terrible person.
Doesn't he always play a terrible person?
I know lately he does, right?
Even Dr. Emilio Lizardo was pretty terrible.
Oh, 6 Below there.
Whoa!
The school where my daughter works, furnace broke. Oh my God.
All right, that's it. Okay, you're all going home.
I was working on a film outdoors yesterday. That was
this one over here.
So Conclave is semi 12 Angry Men. Yeah, I would kind of put it in that category.
Yeah, possibly. 12 Angry Cardinals.
I loved Sing Sing. That was based on a true story about the incarcerated people who put on plays at Sing Sing.
There's an actual theater program.
Yeah.
Which I believe still goes on.
And they're like super into it. So
and many people who went through that program appear in the picture. They're real ex-convicts. And the guy who ran the program, you see him in video footage at the end. They have some real things. So it's really it's very affecting and it's very real. And like, you know, they put on something pretty amazing, and I say that changes people's minds and lives. Yeah, and that's uplifting in this day and age.
Yeah, it was. I was doing background on this film yesterday, and there was a scene they had to shoot outside, and it was like, fortunately, we didn't have to stay out there very long. Like they would do a take, and then they'd put us all inside, and they'd bring us back out and do another take and take us all inside because it was nuts.
Yeah. In the meantime, like the guy sitting on a 20-foot ladder with a boom pole, he gets to sit there for 2 hours. Oh man.
Yeah.
I've done that.
Yeah. Errol's saying doesn't seem like there are a lot of openings on Broadway. So thinking you better be good. Yeah. It's very expensive to put on a Broadway show.
It's
very
ludicrously.
Expensive.
There's very specific reasons for that. But right now, it's very, right now, like Broadway's very strong and the demand is good. There are plenty of people coming in to see shows. There are plenty of locals seeing shows. So it's, you know, the demand for tickets keeps the price where it is. And you know what, is that what it is? Okay. You know, things cost what they cost, but you can also get some good deals. We managed to.
Seems like Sing Sing is on Amazon on Prime.
Okay.
So I think that's where you can see Sing Sing. The lead in Honora, she was really good, right? Yeah. I thought Honora was good.
I really had to like
peanut butter whiskey. Oh my God.
Hello. We have peanut butter and banana whiskey.
I was tired of wearing my coat to bed. That's
seriously.
when it's that cold. That is the
One
worst.
of my coworkers was noting that she had seen Honora and like was really really affected, and that also that took like the big prize at Cannes, I believe.
Yeah,
that really got this massive standing ovation, and it is it's a good ensemble,
yeah.
But she really carries it, and she interacts with everybody. And there's actually, for something that's extremely intense and very condescending to the character, she really has to endure a lot from these fat cats. There's a lot of humor in it too. There's a lot of like really funny parts to Honora. So
I skipped one that we'll talk about later.
Mhm.
The piano lesson I just watched today.
You just watched that? Yes, I haven't seen this.
And I thought I had seen it, but I guess I'd seen something else. Because I was thinking, okay, this is going to be a family drama, and then like it took a turn I did not expect.
Hello.
So, yeah, so I
Is
ended
it?
up really liking that one because it took a turn I did not expect. Okay, The Substance we watched.
Yeah, The Substance.
I thought it was very entertaining. I
It's
thought it was very entertaining. It's hard. It can be hard to watch, but
it's pretty tough. I mean, but the thing is, I know that the director is a big David Cronenberg fan.
hi, John. Good to
hey,
see
John.
you.
Hey there. And it shows. She really puts a pretty fair amount of Cronenberg in there. But you see
Yeah.
specific tributes to other directors who she appreciates. Like there's just little bits from like, this is very Kubrick. There's a couple of scenes and sets in there where I'm like, that's totally like reflecting 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yeah,
Like certain
yeah.
scenes and what happens with the characters. And honestly, do we want an honest appraisal of how women are treated in Hollywood? This is the movie.
Yeah,
It's pretty
I mean,
brutal.
between that and The Last Showgirl, it's like, damn,
It's pretty brutal.
women don't get treated
You
well.
got to have some fortitude for it, and you've got to be able to take a lot of sort of
look pitiful.
very close ups of hypodermic needles. If you have a real problem with that, you're going to have to consider whether you can take this picture. But I would say that it's some of the criticism on that is like it totally loses in the last act. I'm like, I don't think so. No.
Doug says wearing a coat to bed is a spouse's way of protesting the heater thermostat setting. Blame it on the nest. No surprises. Eating all.
How about that?
I love that.
Yeah.
You made me cough. Okay, so let's move on to Wicked.
Wicked.
I loved Wicked.
Wicked, very well
Wicked.
done.
Yeah,
And it has its fans. Its fans are legion by now because the show's been running for over 10 years on Broadway.
Yes.
It's still running. It's still like still right there
for a long time.
I thought that the picture depicted its elements very well. Some of it was actually a little subtle, as a matter of fact, and it did get like some little bits in there, like aren't the original stars of Wicked in here as characters in the picture?
Do they show up?
They show up as auxiliary characters. I'm totally spacing.
Oh, like at the end.
They're in there somewhere.
Yeah.
You have to see.
Yeah.
So that's actually really cool. And of course, the score is
I've seen so many films
excellent.
since I saw it. I'm like, do they?
Hey, what happened?
Here we go.
Who am I thinking about?
Or were they
probably a little further up the chain here? No, I'm right, but I can't really tell you why.
I think they were just
yeah. Why am I? Yeah.
Yeah.
She's in there.
Yeah. They're just like they've just got like
she's got like a side character.
Yeah.
But they put her in there.
Yeah.
This is the thing.
Wiz-O-Mania superstar. Yeah, they're just like they've got little cameos at the end.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I totally forgot about that.
So there we go.
So the one we haven't talked about yet, The Brutalist.
Oh, The Brutalist.
Which is probably going to win the Oscar.
I think
I was like,
I think it's a shoe-in.
Yeah,
it's a real.
I had problems with it. I love brutalist architecture.
Yeah.
Which I understand makes me weird, but like I love brutalist architecture.
Most people really, really hate the architectural style.
He was
so I kind of like it.
I thought the couple, Adrian Brody and the gal who played his wife, were great, but I had a lot of problems with the direction of the film. So, oh, hi, Robbie. Good to see
Hey,
you.
Robbie. Yep.
Yes, I voted today.
She put it in.
I did vote
That's
today.
why she can talk about these things.
So, like Brutus or buildings and maybe
Jewelry.
jewelry. Yeah. It was,
You know,
daughter goes to school with a girl who has a pet duck in her dorm. What? Oh my
wow.
gosh, that's so funny.
Oh wow. Bet.
Yeah,
Ducks are.
I thought the people in it were really good. I love the architecture. I thought Adrian Brody was great, but I was just like, there were so many plot holes in this film that I could not fill with my brain.
Threads that just didn't go anywhere or did not get resolved.
And it's 3.5 hours.
This is what I keep saying.
I'm
It's like
no movie needs to be that long.
This is fiction. It is not based on actual characters. There are characters who have inspired the characters potentially, but this is fiction. So you can put in whatever you want. And it's taken from a novel, I believe. So you can choose whatever aspects you want to show. So
the time was brutal.
Yeah, the time was.
Oh, thank you, Robbie.
Hey, thank you. So, Amy!
Amy, how are you? Good to see you.
That'd be good. So, like, just let me like finish this thread before we continue because I want to get this thought out. You've got 3.5 hours to make your picture, and you don't resolve all of the plot points. It's up to you. I mean, you can put in whatever you want. You don't have to show that if you don't want to, or cut it out. And this is the part that I'm like, there's some things that just didn't go anywhere. So I'm like, it kind of meandered a bit. And I was like, what are you doing that for?
When she decided to change out a faucet. Oh, Errol.
Oh, man. But
only David Lean. Yeah, exactly. And I feel like Lawrence of Arabia had an intermission, which The Brutalist did too, but it was like a minute.
60 seconds in and out.
Yeah.
That's not enough time to do what you need to do in the middle of a 3.5 hour
Go to the bar,
picture.
get a drink.
Bingo. So,
oh, Dinah's saying, speaking of cats, did any of you folks get to see the original cast? No. My sister did.
She saw original Cats.
She saw Cats.
She went to Broadway, or did she see it in Los Angeles?
No, she saw it.
Okay.
In New York.
Yeah. At the time that it played, I wasn't really seeing many shows. There was like, for some reason, like we didn't just go and see a Broadway show. We saw a lot of stuff on tour.
Oh, geez, Doug.
Actually, my mother was definitely a theater fan, and we saw some good things. We saw original tour of Annie came to Providence, and we saw that. That must have been around 1981. It always comes
back to Broadway, doesn't it?
It always comes back to Broadway. Let's be real here.
You gotta have some fun here, Doug.
But the final thing that I can say about The Brutalist is, look.
Hi, Kalaka boy, and thank you.
Given all of that,
ooh, Marty.
This is also about an architect and a particular style, and you don't see that much of the style during the motion picture, except at the very end, where they like kind of do a 5-minute recap of why this is important. And during the whole thing, he does one thing. This guy is supposed to be like very well known for what he does.
I like the Mardi Gras idea.
I know that. Oh, sure. As an immigrant to the country, like he's under like duress. He's doing menial jobs until somebody recognizes what he can do, and he does one thing, which he doesn't get to complete because of all of the drama. And I'm like, and here's the thing. Okay, final bit, film fans. Okay, this is the first film in about 65 years shot in VistaVision. Why? I don't get it. It's cool that you can revive a totally dead format, but why?
Eric's birthday is tomorrow. Let's all sing happy birthday.
Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
We're in different keys.
Well, do you want to start? I can join you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Eric. Happy birthday to you.
And many more. And there we go. Hey now. And by the way, the song is out of copyright, so we can sing that without getting a strike.
Is it?
Yes. Yes, it is. Somebody claimed the copyright in the 30s, and it was total BS.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't want to give spoilers. If anyone has 3.5 hours to spend on The Brutalist, I don't want to give spoilers. But there were certain things about the characters that, like, a character would be a certain way, and then it's like 4 years later, and they're completely different. And you're like,
what happened?
Why?
What happened there?
What happened? What I missed?
I'm not even going to say that I think it's a terrible movie. No, I don't. I think it's actually a thoroughly done movie, and I think there's a lot of merit. And then I'm saying, like, what's up with this? What's up with that? And by the way, if this is going to be a pointless plot point, That's what editing is for. Trim, 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 trim.
Happy butt day. I love it.
You know, we've done edited videos for years, and we'll sit there saying this thing is slightly long, and I'm taking out half a frame, and it improves it. So if I can do that, you can take out 30 minutes.
Although for different
Just saying.
reasons, I felt the same way about Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
I'm like, interesting subject, everyone in it's good, but I'm like, they could have trimmed an hour off of that film.
They could have trimmed out an entire subplot, and I don't think it would have affected anything. Do we really need to know about like the guy who's heading up the Atomic Energy Commission? I mean, I suppose that works for the picture,
Well,
but
he won the Oscar though.
yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I guess like trimming his part would have been a real problem for him. It was very good. The characters playing that were very good. Oppenheimer has a great build up to like the whole point of the picture, but there's a lot of it where you're like, everybody and his brother, whom Oppenheimer could possibly have met, you're seeing in this motion picture.
Editing is important, and we don't all have 3.5 hours to watch.
I mean, this is the thing. We think about all of the media that we're watching. We're coming to you on a social medium right now. 2 of them, in fact, social media. And people will get on here and they'll talk about their daily, croissant. And they'll do it again tomorrow and tomorrow.
Back
and tomorrow,
in high school, cutting Super 8 film. Atoms for Peace. Yeah, exactly.
Atoms for Peace, baby. Well, Doug is in fact involved in Atoms for Peace. And I think, where was I?
You were right here.
I was talking about editing. Yeah. Where am I?
You were right here.
Editing is different. I'm talking about content.
Editing is your friend.
I'm talking about people who go on forever about blah, blah, blah. And we're just like trim, trim, trim. And whatever happened to curated content? Boy, that's a term that has been kicking around for a while that I like a lot.
Yeah, Mama said, I sing that all the time. I'm gonna knock you out. Mama said, knock you out. I've never been to Mardi Gras in New Orleans.
We've never been to.
You've been to New Orleans.
Been to New Orleans.
But I haven't been to Mardi Gras.
We have seen Mardi Gras things
happen. We
have
friends who do it every year.
The actual Mardi Gras in New Orleans.
We have friends who are on a crew and do it every year.
I'm sure it's the exact blast that you think it is.
Yes.
And if there's a town out there that is just that crazy, I think that'd be New Orleans.
A film I do recommend is Failsafe. Yeah.
Failsafe.
So I definitely recommend. Oh, hi, Bill. Good to see you.
Hey, Bill.
I mean, now there's an interview with Adrian Brody who's channeling his father in The Brutalist. Okay. Yeah, he was really good. Yeah, he was really good.
We can bear in mind that we did think that the performances were excellent.
Yes.
And,
yes.
If I have any issues, it's with the structure. And this kind of comes back to the director.
Vintage Camper Gal's been to St. Louis Mardi Gras. Wow. That sounds like it could be fun too.
Yeah.
We don't do anything here.
If I have any problem, I think it's with the director who is probably just going to grab the Academy Award for this. And I know. And you could have trimmed so much and you could have shaped this so much better. And it didn't happen. And what the hell was up with VistaVision? Hello? Like, who even knows what I'm talking about? That's that real film fan kind of thing. We see a lot of pictures that say VistaVision from the 50s. A lot of Hitchcock pictures because he was working for Paramount.
And
it's like, what's the point?
White Christmas?
White Christmas is the first Vista picture.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I believe North by Northwest VistaVision, Rear Window VistaVision. It's like everything he was doing at the time. Vertigo VistaVision,
Panavision too.
Yes,
that's still around.
Panavision, yeah. Well, Panavision cameras are absolutely still rentable. If it's digital, they're still doing it, and if it's motion picture, definitely. Panavision is the inheritor of CinemaScope. Basically, they improved it, and that's what people have been doing ever since. Anamorphic 35 millimeter works fine, works just great. Vista worked a little differently. And the major thing that you can bear in mind is that the cameras exposed a lot of film. So you got a lot of grain to work with. And some 20 years after the format died, who decided to grab those cameras and do special effects with them? George Lucas.
I was going to say, it's either going to be Spielberg or Lucas.
First Star Wars picture was just say the 4th episode used VistaVision cameras for the special effects so that the quality like definitely kicked up on that. Looked a lot better by that. And that's been like a standard ever since. So if you're shooting film, you can definitely do your effects on Vista.
There was hold on. Was this from last year or the year before? Wait, hold on. I spelled her name wrong. Hold on, I gotta look this up. Oh, I'm looking at last year's films. Yeah. Poor Things. I loved. I know everyone like that's a like first date kind of question. How did you feel about Poor Things? Because
Enjoyed that a lot. I thought that like all of the ensemble on that did very well, and enjoyed the steampunk aesthetic, and it went with its source
who am I thinking?
material, and I thought it represented it very well. I don't think that wasted time.
Who am I thinking of? Don't keep talking amongst yourselves.
Yeah, shall we? Anyway, but the
okay, got it. The Fablemans. That's what you made me
yeah.
think of because
which
Yeah.
Speaking of Spielberg,
I was thinking of the Fablemans because like he gets to use this airy camera and it's
it's kind of fun. It's an awards contender because of the director.
The AI fake VistaVision trailers on YouTube are a rabbit hole after a few beverages. Oh no! Oh, Doug, really? Oh,
but
Lisa made homemade ravioli.
Oh, I bet.
That's amazing.
Homemade pasta is
I ate to be flexible.
pretty damned amazing.
Saying VistaVision is the Betamax film world.
No, I'm not saying that. Well, the thing is about Vista is that it was
in
one of many processes.
a fuzzy wig?
I did not. Do you want to get one?
I want to go out and freeze and get a fuzzy wig.
Let's talk film formats. The reason that you don't really the reason that Vista kind of died on the vine is that it became obsolete. Its big advantage was that it was exposing a lot of film when it was shooting, so that it looked great. It looked fabulous. It was basically doing sort of a 70 millimeter using standard 35 stock. Okay, because you expose the film sideways. It's 2 frames at a time. That's a little technical, more than you need to know. But within about 10 years, there were better film stocks that could do that without doing this fancy camera stuff. So it was like, then it kind of died on the vine, because then you also had improvements. CinemaScope becomes Panavision, Ultra Panavision, blah, 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 all this kind of stuff.
Oh, Bell Book and Candle. Yes,
So-
great.
Yeah.
That's
fantastic.
a great film.
Fantastic.
Strange Desire to See Vanilla Sky. I've never seen that.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen.
Okay, so I'm going to make my other drink. Can I
Please.
get a word in edgewise?
I wish you would.
Okay, I'm
I'm going to do that.
let's talk film formats. Everyone drops off the broadcast. Okay, gotta
we'll
go.
be left with Doug and Errol and Bill will be here to talk about these things.
All right, so I'm calling this one Festive and Frozen. And I'm starting with 2 ounces brandy. I'm just going to read it off because I know you want to get back to this conversation.
Rattle. Please to go.
2 ounces brandy, a third of an ounce maple
Maple
liqueur, a third of an ounce orange liqueur, 3/4 of an ounce fresh lemon juice, and then I'm going to shake all that, strain into a cocktail glass, and top with a splash of chilled Fezziwig ale.
That's a pretty good way to go, right there.
Okay,
Well
back to your regularly
It's similar to
scheduled-
what I just made, but you're putting this whole thing together as a Boilermaker, which is kind of fun. In terms of, film student here, I can talk film formats.
You gotta answer
Are they
people's
really?
questions, though.
Are they really like that important? I mean, widescreen became an aesthetic in the early 50s for a very good reason, and some of those formats worked very, very well, and we're basically still using them. So. Let's see.
Oh, speaking of saving the planet, one movie that I really loved, which is a few years old now, is Don't Look Up.
Don't Look Up.
If you haven't seen Don't Look
Don't
Up,
Look Up.
you see it.
Every time I'm faced with all of this BS coming from various directions, I'm just, and all these people denying reality, I'm just like, don't look up.
Don't look up.
Don't look up. And there we are. That's very well done. Great ensemble in that picture. Absolutely crazy. Everything gets destroyed because, of course, it has to.
Oh, and I saw it. Did you guys see the story of that asteroid that had something like a 1 in 83 chance of hitting Earth? Now it's like 1 in 32.
Whoop. Anyway.
I'm just like, please hit Earth. Please strike us. All right. A third of an ounce orange.
I've never seen Failsafe. Peter was talking about that, and I think you were mentioning it recently too. I think it's a big adherent. I read the novel, interestingly enough, and I remember seeing a critique of that saying, the issue with Failsafe is that it takes this whole thing seriously, and it's very dramatic. And then Dr. Strangelove comes along and does the same thing as comedy, and it just like, that's it. You can't take that whole thing seriously again. So I think I'd have to see it in the spirit of, and it's probably it's within the same era as like 7 Days in May, that kind of motion picture. slightly, terrifying, like dystopian visions. And I do believe that the filmmakers were trying to make a point within the same era as like On the Beach, which itself was a pretty chilling picture. So, I mean, that was the era, which got revived like 20 years on.
Oh, Asteroid City. We just watched that. Yeah, I thought that was good. I was very entertained.
But anyway,
I liked that one, Peter.
Yeah. Let's see. Just want to make sure I grab comments here. I'm not trying to like be boring or anything. Yeah, okay, that kind of thing. Fantastic Planet. I've never seen that. That always looks fabulous. Like really, really kind of crazy animation. Let's see. Oh, and here's Doug talking about NTSC. Yeah, I remember hearing that from when I took a course in London. They were talking about video formats. NTSC, never the same color.
Bell Booking Candles getting some love over on Facebook too.
Yeah, Bell Booking Candles is great. It's really, really great. Great score too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, really, really great score. We do have that record.
Oh, hi Ken. Good to see you.
Okay. What's a VistaVision? It was the thing that Paramount did at the time, and it looks great. It's fab, and the color in White Christmas is just awesome. And ultimately, I think that one thing that makes me go, "What the hell is your problem?" is that they didn't do real stereo soundtracks. This is widescreen. Of course, you do that.
Oh, yeah. Okay. If you want to see, don't look at. You should see it, Eric. It's
yeah.
Can I
just see it tomorrow?
Give me a big
just see it tomorrow.
Glass, please.
Sure.
It's on Netflix.
Wait.
So if you have Netflix, did you chill in?
Yeah, and then I used it.
That's okay. I don't need to be more cold than I already am.
Think about
cold in here. It is cold in here.
Bloody frozen outside, and it's affecting its inside. I keep having to put the space heater on.
I need a little extra. So this is frozen. Festive and frozen.
Festive and frozen.
Is what I named this. Right.
Definitely makes you think of.
And then I'm going to top with a splash of Fezziwig. Old Fezziwig.
Old Fezziwig.
I just put Fezziwig. Hold on.
Actually, that's from December, so it is in fact old Fezziwig ale.
Stale Fezziwig ale.
Old and stale has been sitting around out there for a while.
Old, very old Fezziwig ale.
Very old. Getting character. Pardon me. Okay.
We both said okay at the same time. Okay. Let's see what we think.
+1 on Fantastic Planet from Peter. Okay, definitely. I've seen that soundtrack album, and it's got the animation, and it's got like
this is good.
The characters, and it just looks like way out.
Oh yeah, the bongo scene is my fave. Doug is saying, yeah. So much love for Bell Book and Candle.
I really enjoy the picture, and I think we should own it. And I'd like to get an original copy of the soundtrack because it's got the graphic from the movie, which is fab. So
this is both festive and frozen.
Yep, we love it. And Bell Book, I'd have to look that up. Like, what process was that? If it was like a scope picture, that would have been a stereo soundtrack. So that might actually extend to the soundtrack album. Boom.
You both will love it. What are we loving?
Oh, which one are you loving, Dime?
Dime, let us know what we'll love.
We're discussing so many pictures, I can't keep up.
I can't keep it straight.
Trying to keep it straight, man. All right, I'm gonna get rid of some stuff.
Oh, I have a bunch of stuff you can take if you're bussing.
I'm bussing.
All right, I'll move it over.
Including
so many dirty dishes. Okay.
Yeah, seriously.
All right.
A little time.
All right. I'm just making you a big old pile to take away. Thank you. Okay. Oh, Fantastic Planet. All right. Yes. Okay. Fantastic Planet. Well, now that I've watched all I have one more. Well, I have more free things I could watch until I think March 3rd or something. I want to see Fall Guy just because it sounds goofy. There's also Gladiator 2. I'm like, I didn't see Gladiator, so
You didn't have your appeal.
I'll have it later.
Okay.
Oh, you can eat it if you want. I'll have something else. Oh, you know what? I should use a twist of lemon peel because we have it.
You should.
Coloring a Bell Book and Candle. Yes. It was not until I made a film that I was aware of all the intricacies of color grading. That is just a whole thing. That is just a whole thing. I liked the color grading on Asteroid City. I thought that was really great.
Back in the day, it simply used to be called color timing or color correction. Color timing is actually how to expose your picture so the color's right. Color correction is how to make it come out looking a certain way. Like the film Deliverance, all of the scenes that they shot looked too pretty. So the director had to kind of tone that down. That's color correction. And contemporarily, color grading these days is usually used to give a picture a very specific look or to make all different scenes look consistent. I'm thinking about a film like Nightmare Alley, which has a very specific sort of like a green-gray tone throughout the entire thing. That's color grading.
That's another one. If you haven't seen it, it's like,
oh boy, that's pretty heavy.
Yeah, but
it's pretty cool.
But it's good.
It's a pretty cool period piece kind of thing. It's not like
all of you.
It's
Carnival Coney Island types.
Slightly retro futuro, although like the tech that they show was more or less available at the time. So like this is kind of cool. It's a lot of fun.
I've never heard of the killings of Outpost Zeta.
Oh wow. Is that one of those things?
I hear slashing sounds from the Chinese drama The Famous Don't you love that when you're hearing like sounds like that?
Strange, disturbing noises.
Like, okay.
Is killing some Outpost Zeta one of those things that's a big Fangoria kind of thing? I'm just wondering.
I love how Paul comes up with technical details, like reviewing my Navy electronics book 20 years later.
You know, what is that about? Like, 910 ohms resistance. I mean, that's a non-standard value. Why would you have chosen that anyway? That kind of thing.
And now my brain is just like, it's like Charlie Brown's teacher.
Hey, RC networks actually control many things, and then there's LC networks. Got you all there.
Yes, Nightmare Alley with Bradley Cooper.
Yes, pretty heavy.
It's pretty heavy. Pretty heavy, but
I like the fact that they did deploy a wire recorder in that. That's very
K Palace. That's me too. Me and technical things. The what's it goes there. I like the thingy. So you put the thingy and
the thingy and the other thingy.
Yeah.
Just remember, you have to get both prongs into the socket to make a complete circuit.
Both thingies.
And don't actually touch the socket while you're doing it.
Well, I know that.
Yes. Bingo. So let's see.
91 was in the second tier. I don't know what that means.
Now I need to get me some crushed ice.
Oh, good night, Peter. Good to see you.
So good to see you. And thank you for the big shout out to Fantastic Planet. I think we lit up a lot of people here.
Oh my gosh. Dime says, if I may, Eric and I have something we wanted to share. Next Friday, I'm driving out to Pittsburgh to pick him up. I'm setting up a room in the basement for him. He's moving in with us.
Hey!
Yay!
No shit.
I love that.
Wow.
I love that. That's wonderful news.
You guys have been collaborating because I think because of this show. So, like, did we set this up? And you do like
we didn't set it up, but I hope you met
here. Happened.
I hope you met here.
And like, really cool musical things have been happening because of that. Because I've been hearing a lot of these things. So I mean, that's kind of great.
That's wonderful.
I'm gonna crush my.
I'm glad to hear some good news.
Yeah, right.
Anyone else have good news? Because I'm all about hearing.
I need some good news. Anyway, I'm gonna make a lot of racket for a second.
Okay, he's using the blender. You're a catalyst. I like that.
Hey, well, now you're using like chemistry class terms. Ooh.
I love that. I'm very happy.
That's awesome.
Yes. Oh, he's just chopping up the ice right now.
Yep. Ooh, boy, talk about your ozone. Okay, that's probably good enough.
That's good enough.
That's good enough. So anyway,
close enough for jazz.
I wanted to do something frozen, and I take a look at my books, and there's all sorts of things labeled frozen. I'm like, I'm not making that. But then I found something simply called frozen passion daiquiri. I said, that sounds yummy, so I'm going to do that. And I don't have my measurer. Phooey. I got no measurers. Huh.
Oh, they're in the dishwasher. I don't know. I've been busy.
I've been busy, dang it.
I didn't have time to run the dishwasher.
It's okay. It wasn't full enough to run.
That's true. It wasn't full enough to run.
The other day it was.
Aren't our lives fascinating?
Isn't it lovely? I don't think the dishwasher is full. Do you? I don't know.
I don't know. Let's go look at the dishwasher and see if it's full enough to run.
Everybody leaves the show. Okay, so
Yes,
give me a shot, and that's 1.5 ounces worth of clear rum. I'm making a type of daiquiri for which you use clear rum. I don't normally use clear rum too much.
They would be better roommates. Well, yes, that goes without saying.
Quite possibly, yes.
Go cheese, Lisa. Take my big oh,
Just a minor diversion there.
Oh. How much orange juice are you using?
Half ounce. Half ounce of the lemon.
Half ounce orange juice.
Yep.
You left it blank.
Yeah, it was kind of halfway through when I didn't get that far.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay. So you're doing 1.5 ounces clear rum, ½ ounce lemon juice, ½ ounce orange juice.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Yeah, half ounce of the passion syrup because
Okay.
that was the point. Full point of this exercise is to get some passion in there. This sounds yummy and it's frozen, so I'm making it as such.
I have to sneeze.
Sneeze.
Excuse me.
I said bless you.
Dang, I better not be getting sick.
Yes. Und.
Hi, Stu. Good to see you.
Hey, Stu.
Feeling a little lowbrow and drinking a Pabst cold brew. Oh no, do not feel lowbrow around here.
No.
I'm probably gonna drink this beer after this.
I will probably drink this beer. So think about that.
We'll convert them to Oster Beehive blenders and Snowflake ice crushers. Don't we have a Snowflake ice crusher?
Yes, we do.
It's very, very, very loud. Is there anything you can do about that?
No.
It's crazily loud.
This is as loud as a record cleaner, and Casey has one of those. So I got to tell you, it's bloody hell raucous.
Oh, making limoncello out of it. Dime, I love it. I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled at this information. Gansett lagers are what I grabbed. Yes, I'm going to have this Fezziwig after this.
Yeah, so I'm actually going to grab the book so I know what the hell I'm doing. Like that would be good. Here we go.
So far it's a ½ ounce passion fruit syrup,
this
½
one
ounce
from
orange juice.
Playboy Bartender's Guide. This is the one from probably published in the late 90s. This was the update
this
of the
drink
old
has
Playboy.
a late 90s feel about it.
It kind of does, as a matter of fact. So this is supposed
As
to
Warren Zevon would say, life will kill you. Yeah.
Shout out that half passion, half lime, half orange.
I kind of wish we had some Gansett.
And a bunch of crushed ice.
Right about now.
Blend champagne. And they're talking about one of these guys.
So that's it?
Yep, that's it.
I feel like this drink
They're
is
talking
going
about
to be
a coupe is what they're talking about. So I think that if it turns out to be too sweet, I'm just going to add some more lemon, and I might just throw some peel in there. But in the meantime, let it rip.
Having to explain Playboy to the youngins. I know, right? So did anyone see that documentary? I don't remember whether it's on Hulu or Netflix or what, but it's a documentary about Brooke Shields. And she's interviewed throughout the whole thing, but about her growing up in showbiz. And
oh boy,
at the end, they have a scene with her and her daughters just in their kitchen talking about her career and all the things she did as a child, like Pretty Baby and stuff. And her daughters are like, that's not okay.
There was a lot more not okay in that period with her because of her Svengali-like mother who
Amy says limoncello.
Really
I discussed
choices.
Limoncello with Andy Taylor of Duran Duran a billion years ago.
No way.
I was reading again yesterday. He's really sick.
Oh man, what's up?
He's got like stage 4 cancer.
Oh brother.
Yeah, no, it's not cool.
Not good. Not good.
Well, Brooke is so together. Exactly. She's the president of Actors Equity, one of my unions.
Yes.
She is very together. Yes.
Yeah, she got it going on.
She managed to come out of all of that okay, which is like when you see some of the things she did as not, I don't want to say she did that she was asked to do. I'll put it that way, because none of this was her fault. But some of the things that were foisted on her, you're like,
oh brother,
wow, that is not okay.
Not good.
Not okay.
Not good these days.
Yes, India's cancer. I know he's very sick.
Oh man, not good.
Guys did a fundraising concert for him. Yeah, I know. I was just reading again yesterday about it.
That's right. And Brooke, for her part, I think, was wise enough at the time to think, I want to actually get.
It's better than I thought it would be, but it needs more booze.
Ah,
there, I said it. It needs more booze.
I think she decided she wanted to get the education to have that behind her.
Oh yeah, no, I
get a certain amount of theatrics at the time.
K Palace, I got what you meant. Yeah, the whole Playboy. Yeah. Ooh, yes, the whole. Yeah.
Well, there's a whole broad subject, and then there's
Oh, hi, Eric. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, we're Wednesday. I think we're pretty much back to Wednesday now.
We might have to do some Thursdays in the future. We'll let you know. Keep watching your socials. We'll let you know when things are going on, because if we have to change, we have to change. You're doing
cancer
films and
cancer
things.
Can go beep itself. Yes.
Yeah, seriously. And I would one thinks it's unlikely that at this point, but hey, cross fingers.
What?
Strange things happen.
What's unlikely? I lost the thread.
Well, it's unlikely that stage 4 cancer turns out really positively for you.
No, I know.
So I will be realistic about that, because we were just hearing last week about David Johansen apparently is in the same straits. And then I heard a bunch on the radio, and I was like, oh no, I don't think we're there yet, but not good diagnosis. I'm going to pour myself a little more of this business.
All I can say is live every day, because
this is all you got.
Yeah.
Enjoy good food and good drinks while you've got them.
Really?
Try all sorts of things.
Vindicator.
Hey, Vindicator.
I get oh yeah, I think you were also over on Facebook too. Yes. Okay.
Yep.
Let's go to the Thomas Sweets ice cream shop in Princeton.
Princeton.
And put notes in the message board like, Brooke, where are you? We're supposed to meet up and study. Oh, jeez. Oh, that's hilarious.
Makes me think of Legally Blonde. That's very funny. Yeah, she actually did some very smart things for herself, and I think that's what would carry her through.
Brooke was a smart girl.
That's the thing.
And she's a smart woman.
And I think that along the way she realized that these Fingalis, more than one controlling her, were out to lunch and just had to make a separation there.
Hi, Dan.
It's very important that you allows you to keep your head on your shoulders and say, I'm going to choose my projects from now on and do smart things.
Vintage Cambrios is so looking forward to the regularity of cocktails and conversations with you two. I have time now. And I retired now. Congratulations. And I have time finally.
Congrats. That's good to hear.
Hey, I'm glad.
That's fantastic to hear. Hey, did we say hi to Dan?
I just said hi to Dan.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Good to see.
Yes.
Yep.
Indicator was on both platforms.
Yes, you can do that. If anybody's ever wondered, can I get on both? Sure, why not? Get on your laptop, get on the phone. If you like watching on a big TV, some people do.
Congrats on the retirement. That's amazing.
Seriously. I was offered a retirement plan last year, and I took a look at the specs and said, I will last 6 weeks and then we're totally broke. So that's not going to happen. So not much of a retirement plan. I'm still going to an office. Let's just say that. And
I'll never be.
I was.
Hi, Dan.
There today.
Plug the East Hampton gig.
Oh, there we go.
Yes, plug the East Hampton gig.
You're playing
Hamptons? I didn't know about an East Hampton gig.
Hello.
So plug it.
Are we talking Long Island? What's going on?
Oh, or the one you were telling us about in
Massachusetts. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Throw down on that, definitely. And thank you, Dano. Thank you, Dano, for making a recommendation on software, which should help with a lot of issues. And I'll let you know about those things. Dime, this is something that helps with a lot of surround sound technology. I will report
gigantic
back.
Massachusetts.
Gigantic. Big love.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You did tell us about those.
Yes, we did hear. I'm going to do this. I am going
I'm
to.
going to dump this drink back into the blender.
Because it's not getting the ice out, so it's not that much of a frozen drink. You know what I mean?
I do.
It's a blender drink. It should actually be
I
frozen.
do.
I do.
You
Question
know what I
mark.
mean?
Graphite. Yeah.
Exactly.
Seriously.
February 28th, Gigantic in East Hampton, Massachusetts. Okay.
There we go. Boom.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Now it's a
Okay.
frozen
Amy
drink.
over on Facebook is asking East Hampton, Massachusetts, February 28th.
That's right. You're on a different platform.
Enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. Yes. Yes. Dime, you are 100% correct. Live every day.
You got to do these things.
Love to know more about it. Yes.
Yourself.
Yeah. Not have paper, so you can do the blender Jeremy thing.
Yeah, that's right. Well,
can you imagine if you were in a commercial?
I'm just gonna pour this back into here and do that. I just wanted to make sure this was frozen the way it's frozen. Because I don't have this big. I don't have this machine where I can just grab a handle and go and make a frozen daiquiri. Which is what commercial bars do because they've got this what do they call that? The icy machine is an overrun machine. They got that so they can just pour in all that. Yeah, overrun. That's how you make ice cream. It's constantly agitated so that it doesn't actually turn into a big block of ice.
Overrun
machine.
Overrun.
Yes.
I was like, what's an overrun?
Like if you get a Dell's, they've got this machine that will do that for you. So it's very important. And I'm not going to if you ask for a drink, I'm not going to make one for you and then say, oh, we're just going to pour that back into here.
Got it.
I'm just going to
overrun.
Give that to you. Overrun machine.
Got it.
Yes. Got it. Good.
Eric's saying maybe once I settle over at Dimes, I'll finish my surf rock cover of a Jan Hammer Miami Vice tune. Okay, do it. Do it.
You will be so inspired, sir.
We have a friend who's Miami Vice is his favorite show.
Oh, he's hardcore about that. And I remember at the time thinking that the show was very MTV. It was. So what? They actually deployed.
Oh, Amy's got tickets music very well. Night.
Oh, phooey. Yep.
That's a Friday, right?
You're seeing the Bavis round? Oh, okay. Wow.
Ooh. Let's get my son a slushy machine. Such a pain to clean. Blender's back. No, some things are just a pain to clean.
I just remember those things where you would feed an ice cube into it and scrape and scrape and scrape to make slushy stuff, and it was shaped like a snowman.
Exotic Surf Tones and Ninth Wave are also doing gigs there. Okay.
Tiki
okay.
Season.
Yeah. Dan was telling us about this, but I am going to look at the calendar. I think that's a Friday. Yes, it's a Friday.
Oh, very good. We'll have to see how these things can happen. Very interesting.
I'm like, do we have hotel points? Because
gotta check those points.
I know.
This Sunoco machine with a crank. It's not like it's that Hawaiian shaved ice thing. That's a much more professional machine, okay? But it did pretty well for what it was.
Commercial slushy machines have a wash cycle in them. Yeah, that's smart. Maybe if I started the unshaven look, yes, and no socks, yes. Gigantic is a very cool bar. I would like to do this. I'm thinking about hotel points. How are we doing on hotel points?
We'll take a look. We'll see what we can make happen. I'm assuming that Gigantic is actually
the Snoopy snow cone maker. I remember that.
Gigantic in that part of Massachusetts is very likely named after a certain song by a certain band. If you name the band, then I know you're in tune. And we have
Might Be Giants?
No.
What? I just know that they have a connection to that part of the world. That's why I said that.
They do. As a matter of fact, they grew up in suburban Boston, I believe, and they talk about that
we
sometimes.
We need to promote tiki bars. Gigantic says it's excellent tiki. Yes, I would like to do this.
I'm glad
I need a freaking
glad for tiki
day
bars.
Away.
They can make it because our local, of course, closed.
Day away.
Wow, jet set.
I don't want to talk about it.
Man,
but,
I just named them, but man, they were good. They were really good, and there was
the band went to UMass. Ah, okay, yes.
Ah,
Yeah, I was thinking it was a connection to that part of the world.
We have
Look at Margaritaville
yep,
machine. It does a
yep.
fairly good job with the ice. One of those machines is in the Smithsonian. I'm just saying.
the original one.
Yes.
Amy is name checking the correct band. Pixies. Yep.
I'm wanting a Ninja creamy machine. Okay.
What was the thing here? Eric is actually enjoying Jan Hammer with Mahavishnu. Oh, geez.
Yeah.
I was playing some recently.
Big pastel
They're kind of fun.
unstructured jackets and white jazz shoes. Yes. Yeah, it was, we had it on one day for some reason. I'm like, dang.
What do we have on?
Clues, Miami Vice.
Oh, yeah. Seriously.
Yeah.
It was period, and it does period things. And like, there's a real thing about walking around with these, what am I thinking of? These loafers without socks. I just think to myself, get some freaking socks. What the hell's your problem?
Can't wait for the price on a Ninja to go down by like half. And that's how I feel about a Pebble ice machine.
Yeah.
I'm just like, these prices are still stubbornly high.
I mean, for a good one. You can pay like $100 to get one that's like,
Well, you'll see it'll say like Pebble Ice, and then when you look at it, it's like Nugget Ice. I'm like, that is not the same thing. No,
not the same thing.
Like the Sonic Ice, but those are still stubbornly expensive. So
to do it right, you got to pay a few bucks.
Yeah,
I know that's the factor.
But I feel that.
And of course, the prices of everything like that are likely to rise very shortly. So
it's a really fun day when you're busy and put ice in a hot glass and it explodes.
Man,
Eric, it sounds like you know. It sounds like you know about this.
Act like you know.
Use deodorant on your feet if you don't wear socks. An Oster Beehive, vintage, 1950, 600 watts. Does it make Pebble Ice? Because I guess we're like not legit if we don't have Pebble Ice. Anyway.
Pebble Ice apparently is sort of like chopped up from large blocks of ice. So ultimately it's all illegitimate. But the ones that make the tiny little nuggets that work well. We have one at work. I'm like, really? I was like, you've got a Pebble Ice machine here? Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
You could be bringing home bags of...
With my commute, I would be bringing home bags of water.
You could take a cooler.
What size cooler are we talking about?
You could take the little Beatles cooler.
I can handle that. Well, there's also
be bringing. I did not. This is the first time hearing about Pebble Ice.
I've told you about this. We have a Pebble Ice machine. Yeah.
You didn't tell me about this.
I have brought you drinks with that exact ice in it.
Well,
and said, by the way,
I've got to be honest with you.
By the way, I came to work.
I don't. When someone hands me a drink, I don't ordinarily
examine the ice.
Examine the ice, peruse it, like. This is
except
ice.
I told you. Guess what? This has Pebble Ice because it's a thing.
Because we had a bar back to clean out the machine and get a glass. Oh, geez.
Oh, man.
I just buy the Sonic by the bag. Yes. Gettysburg, man.
If you can do it.
Yeah.
Apparently, Sonic does not always dispense
like
it, but
$500.
if you can, good.
Oh, Julie says the Snoopy snow cone machine made me remember the iceberg to make shaved ice. Yes.
Iceberg.
Yes, yes. We have a Pebble Ice machine. Love it. I know we're the only people who don't have a Pebble Ice machine.
I know. I kind of figured you did because
I feel like we're like
got us the cocktail smoker.
The neediest case.
I kind of feel with all of these frozen conditions, I should be smoking some more drinks. You know,
Paul needs a travel bar.
We own a travel bar. A few of them, in fact.
No, we should be.
We use them. I should use them.
We should be traveling.
My favorite, of course, is still the Travel Air.
Swim Bar in Jupiter claims gas-free ice. What? Oh, jeez. Sonic denied me twice. What? Now we have a mini Pebble Ice machine. Okay.
Denied.
We're the only people who don't have one.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. Apparently, you can go to Sonic and just buy ice. I have not tried. We have a Sonic, which I've never been to.
You have to ask. And our Sonic is not so busy that they would not be able to service up
some
ice.
Those little Pebble Ice machines have pump problems after about a year if you purchase the cheap ones.
Yeah, because they have cheap pumps.
That's the thing. Like I would only buy the
pay good money,
original one,
get a real thing, and there you go.
Lately, I've been wishing we had a Safeway because of a cookie that seems to be exclusive to them. What?
Oh, wow.
All right, now I got to
Yeah.
Google Safeway cookie.
I'm going to check that out. Pepper
Yeah.
vintage
Vintage
iceberg
iceberg.
commercial.
Oh my
gosh.
No ice for you. Travel Air 2 or 3. He has like we have the executive.
Executor.
The executor. We have more than one though, don't we?
We have the Executor 707, which is a 3-bottle model, and then there's an Executor.
Because executives would take 3 bottles with them on flights.
Exactly.
That's what they needed to get through a flight.
There's also one that's a 2-bottle model, but I like the 3-bottle model because you can do more with it. The real issue
is
Lewis
hold on, bag will make ice of any shape. I don't know what that is, but I'm intrigued.
Canvas bag with a mallet. You beat the hell out of the ice.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay.
That's it. Jeff has one.
As one does.
As one does. The thing is that the Executor with 2 bottles versus Executor with 3 bottles. With 2 bottles, you can make 1 drink. That's about it. With 3 bottles, your possibilities continue. However, it's not like you can suddenly be like, I'm making Mai Tais. That involves about 5 ingredients. Think about it.
Gettysburg Ma'am says, when I think of Safeway, I'm reminded of my childhood and the smell of 8 o'clock coffee grinding in the aisles.
I remember the 8 o'clock beans. You could go to A&P had the 8 o'clock beans too, and the coffee grinder. You could choose your grind and just put the beans in and boom, done. Put it right back in the same bag. It was awesome. It's a good thing.
I'm just thinking so when I was a kid, we went to Safeway. There was Ralph's and Safeway, and we were a Safeway family.
Where no prices are lower prices than Ralph's.
But I'm also thinking of a memorable time when we were in Arizona and we were staying at Shady Dell. We're like, we need to pick up some booze.
So we went to
Safeway and we bought a bottle of Safeway rum.
Yep.
That bottle was like 2/3 down at the end of that night.
I recall it being pretty good for what it was, all things considered, and a great price. That's for sure. I love a supermarket that's got a house brand booze. We can't do that on the East Coast.
The cookie has a chocolate icing block on top of a vanilla wafer. Put a marshmallow between 2. You get s'mores.
Wow.
Okay.
Kind of sounds like a black and white cookie.
Costco used to roast their own coffee beans in the store. Oh, they don't do it anymore? Okay.
Oh, that's too bad.
I don't think I've ever been in a Costco.
I remember when I last lived
3 bottles plus 2 bitters and a garnish.
When I last lived in Brooklyn, there was a coffee roaster in proximity to the apartment, and you would walk out and be like, coffee. And it was just awesome smell.
Safeway
like,
grain stamps. Oh my gosh, we are going back.
Yeah.
If I still lived in New Jersey, I would have finally made a snow machine. My neighbors would have loved it. Yeah. Right? Just wanted to traipse the desert area of Arizona. I feel like we have traipsed the desert area of Arizona. I like the desert. I'll just leave it there.
We have actually gone.
I'm not going to say I like Arizona. I like the desert.
Off of Phoenix, and you go a bit east, and you definitely get into some sort of Monument Valley type scenery. And then we've also gone like further south and a bit west, and it gets very
Alpha Beta,
rural.
not a thing in Newport Beach. So, okay. There was Vons. So Safeway was in Torrance before we moved to Newport Beach. And then there was Safeway and Ralph's. We did go into Ralph's occasionally, but I'm seeing that, Hold on. I'm putting this together. Safeway was a store in Oklahoma many years ago. So my parents were from Oklahoma. Yep. So I could see them having a preference for Safeway. Yep. But then, I remember Alpha Beta. There was Vons. There was Vons Pavilion. Market Basket. There was Albertsons. But I do remember Alpha Beta.
Was Fry's a grocery chain?
It was in Arizona. Yeah. That wasn't so much in California.
Because it was also an electronics chain. And I remember being in there when they still had the
Amy
chain.
Amy says, if you're ever in Boston, I'll take you to Costco. That's one of the nicest things anyone's ever said to me, Amy. Love that. I'll take you to Costco. Thanks.
Oh, look, we'll just take it to Costco. That. Don't worry about it. It's good. Thank you, Amela.
Kroger, Safeway, and King Supers are all the same thing,
King
just different
Super.
parts of the country. That's like what do you call it? Hellman's Mayo and Best Foods.
Yes.
Apparently they're the same
Same old
thing.
stuff.
It's just different.
We get Hellman's, we
different
get Best
coasts.
Food. It's whatever. It's all the same.
The green stamp machines. Does anyone remember? This is probably poor taste to say this. Can't let you get me, America. I consider that praise. Thank you.
Seriously.
Stater Brothers. I think I was in Stater Brothers once. Yes, I was in Stater Brothers once. What else am I trying to find? Albertsons, Fry's Electronics, and Fountain Valley. Yes, yeah. Never been to Costco, but we have a membership to BJ's. My sister and brother-in-law have a membership to BJ's, so I have been in BJ's, but I've never been in.
If we ever need a BJ's thing, we talk to them, and maybe we can just.
I just can't hear.
Pay a visit, and
I can't hear BJ's without thinking of an Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Yeah.
Do we have any Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt fans
here?
I
bet we do here with this crowd. Just saying.
I love that show so much.
Oh, that show was pretty awesome. It's a Tina Fey joint, and it really shows it. And of course, she appears in it as the basically alcoholic therapist.
Yes.
So sick. Sick.
In
but
Unbreakable
I love it.
Kimmy Schmidt, Carol Kane is talking about stores.
All the big chain stores.
Her boyfriend is like an executive for a chain of stores. And she's like, all American chains have dirty names. Dick's, The Gap, BJ's.
So hilarious.
Oh, Doug says, I need to do a Boston road trip. So do we.
Seriously, haven't been to...
We've been all work and no play.
Ain't been to Beantown in a dog's age. It's been
We've been all work and no play except my birthday. Proper.
Usually what gets us...
My birthday, that was fun.
Yeah, honestly, usually what gets us to Saugus to see the Kowloon is somebody in the family dies. That's a terrible reason
You'll love the hot dogs at Costco. Amy's going to take us to Costco. We're going to take a road trip to Boston.
Yeah.
Amy's going to take us to Costco. Yeah. It's going to be amazing.
I would love to take like this entire crowd
Fountain Valley
on the trip because, hey, big fun. Big fun.
Pepper Tree says Fountain Valley. I remember working there for about 7 days for a tax service firm. What? They told me after I started training that I would have to work overtime without being paid. I said, no, good for you.
No OT pay. Forget that.
Yeah.
Forget that. Forget that noise.
Hoping no weather happens during our road trip. It's clear here. I hope it's clear where you are, but it's clear here. Please come to Boston. I would love to. We need a vacation.
Amy, of course, is quoting the great song from the 70s. Please come to Boston in the springtime.
I need to do a city trip. Doug, come. Please, everyone, come to New York City. Well,
come to the city. Come to the city. Like Svengali getting you there.
Come to Middletown, New York. No, I mean,
well, you could, but there's actually a lot of merit
to do in Middletown, New York, but more things to do in New York City.
As far as this show is concerned, I can throw a rock and hit 3 distilleries. There are things.
There are things to do here. I'm not going to lie. It's like
a ton of people have moved up from the urban pavilions to our locales, and they're just doing great food and drink and entertainment. So yeah,
I know Come and Go.
Don't we have a shot glass on the Come and Go?
You gave it to Java.
Did I?
Mm-hmm.
Why did I do that? Because I'll never get another one. Come and Go is renaming itself.
I know.
Yeah.
They decided to rename.
I
can't imagine why.
It's the classic chain where they didn't actually survey the 13-year-old boys as to whether it was a good
says
name.
We're getting a storm here tomorrow. Okay, so
phooey.
We were getting a storm and then we weren't. So
who knows?
I'm checking the weather.
Tell you.
Okay, I went to weather.com and the headline is more winter mayhem ahead. Oh, yay. Awesome. Okay.
I love it.
Awesome. Right now it's 18 here. It will get down to 7 tonight.
Oh, 7.
All right.
I was afraid you would get
But
double digits
hold on,
overnight.
hold on. You can come back.
I can. I'm just contemplating my next move.
Okay. No, I think we're good until next Tuesday. Few showers. Okay. Snow to rain. Oh, Friday is snow showers. Of course, when we're thinking about driving up to gigantic snow showers.
Bingo. Yay.
Ugh. Everything is snow showers. I don't see like Snowmageddon in the forecast.
Birthday present.
I did get some Valentine's candy corn
Valentine's
for my
corn.
birthday.
There's such a thing as Valentine's corn. I got it for her.
Visiting. Oh yeah. Oh, it's Hamlet now. Yes, Doug, you got to come see Hamlet. The cat is now Hamlet.
Yes. I believe it's Hamlet the 8th.
There have been a few
a few
Hamlets, but yeah.
Which immediately makes you think, I'm Hamlet the 8th, I am.
I
Yeah.
just want to like get a hotel room and be
Stand
like,
there,
okay, we're good. We don't have to leave.
And you just hang out
I
there.
love the Algonquin.
It's a great, great, great classic place to
I've been
hang.
down at 20 below. School's closed a couple of days. Vintage camper, y'all. What?
What's up with Wisconsin, man?
Nuts. That's crazy.
It's very cold. That's what's up with it. Anyway, got the half price chocolates for the Valentine's chocolates because they went on sale immediately. I'm like, oh, I'm kind of happy with that.
That makes me sound so special. Here you go. Happy Valentine's Day, half price chocolates.
I do not get them for you. I get them for us. Pling. Anyway.
Oh, Amy's going to East Hampton Saturday night. Okay.
There you go.
Nuisance snow.
That's exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about that last one where it was a light dusting and then like about 12 hours worth of ice storm, and it just forms this layer. It's a real pain in the neck.
Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Gettysburg Bam says, my daughter's college baseball team starts their season this weekend. It's going to be a high of 30 with 35 mile-per-hour wind gusts. Oh. Oklahoma is 8 and Dallas 15. Yikes. Okay.
Oh, yeah, a friend who was in Fort Worth was sending me pictures today of his temperature, which was like 16. And I said, guess what? You got more degrees than we do.
Ooh. Okay, Diamond's putting this out.
Just
I have a
speculating.
vintage beauty shop hair dryer that looks like a rocket. If anyone is interested and within range of Pittsburgh, I could bring it along, and it works.
And it works. Hello.
I wish Pittsburgh was not a 6-hour drive.
One of those
because
big
I would
air
take that.
dryers. We have something that looks like that's in the kitchen that's currently a lamp.
Oh, Doug says, miss the bridge until drunk train and get around. Doug, I can't even do that anymore. That train, I mean, we get a room. Like, I cannot.
Gotta do it.
We call it the Drunk Town Local.
Yeah, sings that song.
Yeah, it's
Doodah.
horrible.
Oh man.
Yeah.
The
So we try to get as many hotel points as we can because I'm like, I cannot.
I cannot conceive, sir.
I cannot do the last train of the night on the weekend. It's horrible.
Bad news. Bad news. I'm telling you.
Oh, Time says I'll save it free. Well, if you can get money for it, then take it.
If you get money, get the money, please.
Wait, Julie says there's an older commercial where a woman gets out of her car in a very snowy driveway and punches the snowman as she charges past. I feel her.
That's the thing. And I feel for snowmen
It's
as well.
57 here at the villa. Oh, I'm envious. Like
Oh man.
I'm not even gonna be like, God damn you. No, I'm envious.
57 sounds positively
That sounds wonderful.
balmy. And
Lucky Monroe.
we know that the Bay Area is seldom described as balmy. So I understand, but like I would do that in a minute.
Rice
Sounds
Krispie
lovely.
bars.
Sounds lovely.
Rice Krispie bars, yum.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh, sounds pretty good to me. I'm getting a little nippy myself.
Harry says, I'm worried as I get older, I'll be wearing sweaters in the summer. Yeah.
Well, you know, circulation is what it's all about. You got to keep the blood moving. We like to actually workout here at the lounge to just keep the blood going, so we can pump you up. You've got to keep those things
Speaking
going.
of mid-century,
Mhm.
Gettysburg Man is saying mid-century anything modeled after the rocket hair dryers. Is okay.
Cars,
So
lamps, the lot.
I had no idea about this, but I saw this story in the New York Times today that I
Uh-huh.
have to try to find again. There's a very historic mid-century. Hold on, I gotta go to history.
Go check it out. I'm sure it's in there
Very
easily.
mid-century, historically significant mid-century house in Newburgh that's for sale. So if anyone has
Hello?
2.9 million, it's for sale.
We're slightly short of that, so we're not going to be placing a bid on this
I'm finding
joint.
it. I'm finding
But
it.
Newburgh
Hold
is
on.
very proximate to us
Going to
and has some great stuff in it, I got to say. And of course, like this has this whole section on the waterfront. Lovely. When I win the Powerball, I will reestablish a tiki bar there.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I'm finding it.
Yeah. So she says.
Finding it.
It's in there somewhere.
Keep talking.
I will.
Searching.
Oh, I got to talk now. I can't even see what we're like.
All right, I
on.
can't.
I can naysay, Captain.
I'm gonna have to just search.
Oh, don't stop.
Keep talking.
I have nothing to say.
Here we go. A Philip Johnson house is on the market in Newburgh, New York. Wolf House, as it is known, was built in the late 1940s and recently restored. Its asking price is $2.9 million.
Very modernist, almost brutalist. So
yes,
you could say that.
Yes. Okay. Going back.
Got a big vote for Hans and Franz.
Hans and Franz. Gonna pump you up.
Seriously. Hello.
I remember when I was a fetus. Just sneak out at night when my mom was asleep. Oh, jeez.
The sunken living room.
Maybe this was a good time to start stealing since I didn't have fingerprints.
I'm missing the sunken living room just hearing
Dang,
you talk
I'm
about that.
$2.89999 short. Same. So if we threw in together, we would have like 2.7.
Pull your resources.
Perhaps
we can do such things. You know,
it's all going on the house and live there together. It has 4,000 square feet, so we potentially could go in and live together. When Lisa and I get older, we'll move into a hotel. There you go. Between a hotel and Uber Eats, cheaper than a retirement home. I believe that.
Probably.
I believe that. Yeah, they sound crazy expensive.
Stupid stuff. You could practically like just take an endless series of cruises and live like that. People do.
Yeah, this house it's really weird.
Wow.
It's just
it's right on the
because
water.
I'm looking at it, I'm like, we drive by there often, but we're usually past the bridge. We're usually over here because the picture they put in the Times, it's on the other side of the bridge from where we usually are. But I'm like, it's
south
not
or north?
Far from where we are.
Well, this is Newburgh and that's Beacon.
Yeah,
we usually drive right past it, but I
we
think
drive past that all the time on the bridge. The bridge is right there.
But it's just like we're just like that side of things.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
Some people retire on cruise ships. Yes, they do. It's just probably cheaper than some of those retirement castles.
I kind of feel like Ruth is doing that endlessly, and she's out drinking us all. Boom.
She's just hashtag goals.
I talk about best life.
Mm-hmm.
That's a killer.
I'm sure I will never retire.
I will never retire.
Old actors never retire.
No. You just keep doing. I will, as I like to say, I will stop doing certain things, but I will not actually retire.
Oh yeah, Gettysburg Man found the house, right?
Isn't that cool?
It's amazing, and it's just like plunked right there by the water.
It's
okay.
Interesting how the thing just looks like this sort of
amazing
container.
Ruth is a rock star.
It's
Ruth
cool.
But
it's very cool.
Rock star.
Yeah.
Wait, Eric says I like Kelly and Paula, and I wanted to stay that way. What? Did we do something?
No, we're just saying. We haven't actually changed up
Did
anything.
we
in
do
particular.
something?
We're still here.
Ah!
We're still here.
Yes.
This is the coast too, George. I need a thing. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on.
When Lisa, yeah,
I'll get
okay, I
there.
read that one. Okay,
I'll get there.
the show must go on. Wait, what? I
Truth.
feel like I missed something.
Truth.
Who is a rock star?
Hmm.
What did I miss? I know. Everyone should go like Philip Johnson House, Newburgh, New York. Google
Check it out.
it. Yes.
Pretty cool to the point
Yes.
that like this crowd will appreciate it the way that I think a lot of locals do
yes.
not appreciate it.
I would. I know they had to, the people who bought it. It was friends. They weren't even a couple, and I don't even think they lived in it. But they bought it and then redid it according to the article. They brought it back to its original glory. But now they're both not local, so they have to sell it. But yeah, they want to sell it to someone who's oh okay. Okay, got it, Eric. like what did I say? Okay, good.
Are we
But,
yelling
yeah.
in the audience again?
The house is in Verbo. Okay. Got it. I know, it's amazing though, and it's so close to us. Okay, so
So close.
walking distance from us, right up the hill, there's an incredibly mid-century modern house. It's so cool. We should.
Very mod.
I will surreptitiously take a photo and post it in the Facebook group because it is really, really cool. And we have no idea who lives there. And I think it's been more than one owner. It's completely out of character in our neighborhood because our neighborhood is not mid-century modern. It's like mid-century sad. But
you live in a fun house.
I love my house. It needs some work, but it is so mid-century modern. I'll take a picture. But this area has little gems.
I'm thinking about
Little
where
gems.
our friends live that has a seriously mod 30s house.
Which friends?
And it's just really this
Oh.
10 minutes from us, and it is very cool.
He's saying like our friends live by this. I don't even remember that house.
We'll have to drive past it. I'll show you.
Okay. All right.
Raiding the ice drawer.
That they dig out the sunken living room to restore it. Will you enter below? If we're talking about the Wolf House, you enter below the main level. So I don't know if they must have dug something out. I just want a Brady Bunch house and I'll be happy.
Which Wolf House are you talking about?
Oh, I'm talking about this one. It's called Wolf House.
This guy.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
they actually dug out stuff.
Wolf House.
Okay.
Well, see, you enter and it's like this level.
Okay.
But then the main level is up here. So, see, there's like a whole level is kind of like underground. And then this level is.
And boom.
But Brady Bunch house. So when we looked at this house, the same day we looked at a house that had some Brady Bunch vibes to it. We ended up putting an offer on this house, and I don't regret it. But that other house, I sometimes think about what would have been, because the kitchen was like all stone. And I just remember thinking at the time, you would have to lean into the full Brady Bunch vibe to make that work.
There's not much else you could do. And
No.
Did they even
no.
have like an orange refrigerator in there or something like that?
All I remember is the stone walls. And I'm like, you would have to just do Brady Bunch.
And you might as well, because it's kind of fun. And you could find so much stuff that fits avocado
says,
and gold.
There's a few killer mid-century houses near me. I'm always wishing I could live in any of them. I know. Oh, Dime, not Doug. Dime. Sorry.
Yep.
Dime. I get it. Because I'm looking at Doug's name too. Yeah.
Yes. And
Doug says, I'm on my 3rd retirement job. It's fun working with the youngsters. They appreciate insight, like using bitters, mixing martinis with reasonable amounts of vermouth and disco fries. Doug, you're molding the next generation.
Singing the song.
You're molding the next generation, and I'm available for it.
And by the way, suggestible. Now I feel like disco fries.
Doug is saying, if you can afford your mortgage, just stay put.
Seriously.
We're very fortunate to have our mortgage in California at the interest rate we have. Pepper Tree, I get it. I feel the same way.
We've actually talked for years about having different locations, and I would certainly as hell have a place in California, but we're not going to sell this place ever because we'll never get this mortgage again.
Never get a place.
Never. Even in Orange County here, not going to have it. So, wow.
No. Like, we will never be selling this house.
But, could definitely deal with, like, property in different places in the country. So, like, place to crash, so to speak.
We couldn't rent a place for what we pay for a mortgage here.
No.
Oh, hi, Angela. Good to see you. Hey.
Hey, Lucky. You're right on top of him.
Lucky, hi. What's going on? Good to see you.
I tell you, what's happening here? Like, working, but damn it. Hi,
miss you too.
Miss you.
Oh, my God.
So true, guys. So awesome. Yeah.
So many fun people are here tonight.
I'm telling you, we got like a lot of Ohana-ites showing up. That's fantastic. Pretty much house seemingly had no toilets.
Gems, yeah.
So true.
I know. Some of these mid-century places go for a lot of money. And I feel like you're still in our neighborhood. Which is fine. Our neighborhood is fine, but I'm like, it's not $1 million fine.
We've seen some property values go pretty high, and I think, okay, well, if it does, that's good for me. And the fact is that everybody around us keeps the property up, and it looks good. Like, I did my part.
The Brady Bunch house seemingly had no toilets.
Which is funny because the kids are in the bathroom all the time. So obviously they
shared a bathroom with no toilet.
Well, I guess nobody needed to go or something like that. I guess was that it? How did that work?
Amy says my place is almost paid off. 3 years left. I find that incredibly exciting. I really do.
Inspiring.
Yeah, and inspiring. Yes.
And I know if you won the Powerball, you're like, okay, that's done. Mortgage gone. Absolutely out of there.
Angela, we're okay. How are you doing?
Hey, Angela.
Glad to see you.
Fantastic to see you. Yeah, we're having a fun Wednesday with you.
I love that. I love that you're here, Lucky. That's amazing.
So cool. Eric's house is almost paid for. Not moving. Yeah, bastards.
I get it.
You know something? It's sort of like when you pay off your car and you're like, that's it. Now I'm really paranoid. I got to drive really safely, Of course you drive safely.
Well, we used to get all kinds of, we haven't gotten them lately, but we used to get all kinds of postcards from realtors who were like, I think I could sell your house. And
I'm like, of course you could sell my house.
You could go away.
They're all like, I'd like to
go away. Away.
Well, you're thinking the commenter is always like, I'll buy your house for cash. I'm like, yes, you would. And where the hell am I going to live?
Exactly.
In the Hudson River?
Live in a box under the bridge.
I'm going to go get a houseboat in the Hudson River and freeze my tuchus off just because you want to buy my house.
House is coming together. The neighborhood is great. I love it, Angela. Yay. I love it.
That's like plus, awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. That's fantastic,
I know. It's like, I'm not moving.
I mean, look, we have great neighbors.
We do.
We have people who really keep the property up, who are very concerned about the place looking good.
Yep.
I have a neighbor who is obsessed with his charcoal grill. I'm like, you're my man. That's
or a van down by the river. I know. Julie. Julie, that would be me. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go live in my van now.
During the summer, like we suddenly expand a bit and like we don't freeze the nards off, and I get outside and I say all food should be prepared over flame.
We just get those we want to buy your house flyers.
Oh yeah.
I know.
Of course they do. And these folks
No.
actually are financing. They have the cash, and they'll be like, "You're a cash offer, done deal. Get the hell out of here." What the heck are you gonna do?
When we had our old car, I would go in to take it for an oil change at the dealership, which I now know was a scam. But
It's a
I'd be
racket.
sitting there waiting for it to be done with its oil change, and the salespeople would come up and be like, "Would you like to trade your car in?" It's like, no.
Because they could sell your car 10 times over. What am I going to drive?
I feel like if I have something that you want that badly, that you're coming up to me and telling me I could get money for that, I'm like, no, I'm going to keep it.
I think I'll keep it.
Like, I feel like you just showed your hand.
Did. And as much as you get money for that, it's like having some collectible comic book where it's like, I could get like $1,000 for that. You sell it and you pay half of your mortgage for a month, and then you're done.
Yes.
Errol,
Amy, yeah, they're saying the same thing. I'm like, where would I go? Right? Like, oh, I'll just move out and leave it for you.
Oh, I like it. Errol's
not.
Like they're going to buy it for pennies on the dollar. Wow. In your area? You bullshit, man.
Yeah, no.
I don't think so.
Yep.
You can do better than that.
Nope.
For sure. If you cared to. But yeah, I bet you like your house. I
like having a roof over my head.
Vultures come in. They do. We get offers all the time like, we'd like to replace your windows. We're thinking we did that 5 years ago.
Yeah, I know. These windows are new. Go away. Yeah.
How often do I need to replace the windows in my house, people? I'm just saying. I mean, like we made that investment. It's been good. It helps. It's awesome. I think the place still leaks, and we really need to take care of that. But we do. I think we need to install a Franklin stove and just burn wood, and the place would be so warm.
Okay.
Seriously.
Make that decision.
Go do. Done. Yeah.
Don't move to Florida. It's way more expensive than New Jersey. Okay.
You know
all
what?
Right, good to know.
You know, I vindicator because all the people who used to live in New Jersey now live in Florida.
30 years, I've heard. Okay. Yep. Studies have shown you will not recoup the window cost in your lifetime. We were just thinking, since we're not planning to sell, we were thinking our energy is really expensive, and it still is. We need to replace the roof.
The windows, the window cost was not outrageous, and we've paid it off. So I think that part is okay. It was really a good deal, and it was actually a good job.
When you get a mailer that says, "We want to buy you, I may move."
Interesting.
Lisa said we're going to wait until our house starts falling apart, then we'll sell it. Exactly.
Fixer upper available for excellent price. Blah blah blah. That kind of thing.
People who moved to Florida are now moving to North Carolina. They call them halfback.
It's hilarious. Yeah, North Carolina. Actually, all the Carolinas are a very popular destination for New Yorkers. They're moving down there. And I'm thinking, well, the people who move down there have a certain mindset, and I could probably see them go. That's okay.
Oh, Getty's remember saying we got a metal roof about 5 years ago. I'm very pleased with it. Okay.
I've heard about metal roofs, and they come in different configurations. And apparently they wear really, really well. And you can get them to just look like shingles. Okay. So it's a very reasonable looking roof, and it's super durable. And I think I don't have a lot of love for a standard roof, to tell you the truth.
I'm in my home until boots up. Yes.
Yeah.
Vintage camper gal. Yeah.
Yep. Boots up.
Same.
Seriously. And
so
honestly, our roof was put on
50-year warranty. Pepper Tree. What?
Our roof was put on this house probably in
I don't know.
Probably like 2001. The roof was put on.
Oh no, 1999.
Oh, 99.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think it's time. And I'm just like, cross fingers. I've been up there. It doesn't look bad. I'm like, I know it's going to fall apart. And I just don't even want to replace it with I want something super durable because I don't think it costs that much more.
I'm doing the math and I'm like,
I don't think it costs that much more. And we've also had an offer to put the solar panels on top of the house. I think Why not make electricity? Seriously.
It couldn't be any more expensive.
Could be more
than it
expensive
is
than what we're
now.
paying so far. But I would make whatever improvements I could, and obviously we have a lot of strains on the resources, and we have to make choices. So.
Yes. Oh, Amy says, I have a few friends moving to Richmond, Virginia. I have driven through Richmond, but on a TARDIS, yeah, right.
Oh, yeah, really. Doesn't look like much, but check the insides. You got to
50-year
check the
warranty.
interior.
Thinking at that point, neither Lisa nor I will care. Exactly.
Philly.
Exactly.
You'd be like, what? Warranty what?
Thinking of this 50-year warranty going, interesting.
Very interesting thing.
I keep hearing roofs. People, the conventional wisdom that we've heard, which may not be wisdom, is 20 years. Roofs, 20 years, 20 years. I don't know. Well, we're already way past that.
We're absolutely at 26 at this point, and I'm like,
Ooh.
I'm really crossing fingers. I don't want this to deteriorate that fast because I know that at one point that's that.
White House black
Yeah.
shutters. Okay, that sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can dig that.
Imagine losing your keys in the TARDIS. You would never find them.
It's like living in a black hole.
Even Oscar
contains
the
everything.
Grouch's trash can may be cool.
Well, Oscar was very happy with it, and he had an extremely durable house. Yeah. Think about it.
They did a crappy job. Yeah.
Boy.
Well, both houses on either side of us have been renovated.
And I think in one case, the person renovating was about to own it, so he was very careful to do all the details, and that was very thorough, and it's a good job. On the other side, it was just like a realtor flipping it, and it's like, it was okay. And those people actually don't live there full time, so
they don't live there at all.
They don't really care. I guess they're okay with it.
We haven't seen them for months.
But come spring, he's going to be there mowing the lawn and taking care of the property. I'm like, okay,
it's so
good.
Weird. If
it's
the
good.
People on that side of us bought the house and they're never there. It's really weird. They don't live there. And in the summer, the guy shows up and occasionally mows the lawn or does what he has to do. But we haven't seen them for months.
They're frozen in the Bronx, I think.
But I mean, they bought the house and they don't live in it. And this is not an investment neighborhood.
No.
IMO. Like people don't buy houses on this street for an investment.
They're not trying to rent it or anything. They're just they're just going to live there. Maybe it's just sort of the country
really
house.
Weird.
But wow, you might be.
We're not fancy. We're not fancy. Like, so the fact that they haven't moved in, I'm like, what is going on? It's so weird.
Yeah, seriously.
What year was our house built? 1938. Our house is 1938.
38, baby.
Needs a little help.
You're looking at the 30s right here.
Oh, Amy needs a new roof.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Crossing fingers.
I feel you, Amy. We do too.
Save your pennies. I kind of feel like
snowbirds like it. Well, I don't know, but they don't come up. Yeah, it's really weird.
Well, they're not snowbirds because they live in the area. I mean, they live in the tri-state area.
Says my roof is 35 years old. I'm just hoping it holds out for a few more years. Yes.
If it's still going,
just like praying to the roof gods.
Hold on to it. That's the thing. And I think, like Amy's roof, look into that metal roof thing. That sounds super durable.
It's
and
his house for when he
needs
to hide.
Stupid.
Eric, I don't think you're wrong. What did they buy this for? Oh, we might need to escape there one day.
Well, yeah.
Maybe they want to use it like an Airbnb. I totally get that idea, except this is not an Airbnb neighborhood. There's nothing, not much to do.
It really isn't. I mean, there's enough to do if you're actually going to tool around the region.
I mean, it's
very pretty.
But it's like you could go to the brewery.
It's not like this super urban environment where there's all this stuff going on. So it's very interesting.
Gettysburg, I was saying we have a guy who up the road from us who bought an empty lot 10 years ago and he put up String boundaries, no trespassing signs. Not only does this mow it, 10 years of mowing and signage. That's kind of what this is like.
What a waste. What are you doing with your life?
What are you saving this
mowing
for?
grass on a bunch of dirt? Seriously,
you are not fancy. Our neighbors realize we are not fancy when they see my severely rusted truck in the driveway. The apartments.
Oh, truth. There you go. Hey there, buddy boy.
You are making me cough. But it's like, why would you buy an investment house here? Like, really, like you were severely misguided.
Yeah, what were you thinking of? But like the property was available and they went bang.
There's a secret lab underground on that plot.
Oh, interesting.
I could see it.
I have a secret lab below us, which does interesting stuff, but that's a different concept entirely.
All right. So
is it about that thing?
Sleepy.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine, but we're kind of at time.
All right.
So
all right.
listen, I mean, it's been awesome.
Okay, wait. Finnicator says I had a
Edison.
friend in Edison sell their house in like the late 80s, 6 months after the sale. There's cop cars of every flavor up and down the street. That happened. That happened here. Before we moved in, the house,
Like 2 doors down,
2 or 3,
was a crack
turned
house.
out to be a crack house.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, there's
somebody came by one day.
Long gone. That house has been
Somebody
saged.
came by one day and shot it up.
The people who bought the house raised a family there. It's been saged.
Yeah, they're
they
still
raised
there.
a family, but
they've been there a long time now, and like he keeps the property up. So I got to say,
but yeah,
very important.
I get it. Real estate is crazy. Secretly making this a bomb shelter. Probably not wrong.
Fun.
All right, I know. Time, no, but time. Send us pictures.
Pics.
Send us pics.
Pics or it didn't happen, sucker. Just saying.
Pics. All right.
Listen, it's always
next Wednesday.
Wednesday will be good for you.
Next week.
Then Wednesday will be good for us. It's always fantastic to spend a couple hours with you on a Wednesday. If it's not, it's Wednesday, it's a Thursday, but it's definitely Wednesday most days. It's been great to talk about real estate. We're just talking about property and things and fun things that happen. I mean,
I could do a whole
we
could do a Zillow happy hour.
I feel like if we get this place exactly as I wanted, it would practically be an Airbnb kind of thing.
Except I don't want anyone staying in my house.
No, I don't. Just friends. So, but it'd be great to have friends over to just like hang out and check out some of the local stuff. There's great stuff happening in Orange County.
Oh, I'm looking at your lovely messages.
Yes, please.
You feel the same.
I know. Separation anxiety already.
I know.
We're not even off. But look, we've had some fantastic ideas going by here. We actually talked about all the great entertainment happening right now, all the awards contenders. You saw them all. I got to say, like between the 2 big contenders for the academies, Complete Unknown is entertaining. I mean, if the main character is kind of a joke, whatever, so he is.
Well, I feel like it's Emilia Perez, but they're not going to choose it.
Not going to choose that.
But anyway,
I like Complete Unknown because there's a lot of stuff that they shot on site in the village that's still there, so it still looks like it, and it worked. It was really pretty cool. And real estate, baby, real estate. It's sort of like it's sort of like Michel Bonds, Ted. Well, like what do you really want, Lucy? I want something real value, real estate. These things. But I'm talking about Charlie Brown Christmas. Which
I
is
get
talking about
I get
real
it.
estate. You get it.
Yes,
you do. You do. But all sorts of fun things happening while we're frozen in and you can't go anywhere. But as always, plastics. You know how to support us. It's at the bottom of the screen. If you want to check us out on Patreon, I really appreciate that. We really appreciate that. Many of you do already. It makes a difference. There's also the Amazon store, and we also still have some product. So let us know how you like to support us, because we love to see you here. As always, no matter where you go, and no matter what you do, we'll see you soon.
Good night. Bye.